A huge demonstration on the streets of central London demanding another vote on Brexit. Organisers say 100,000 people from across the nation took part.
Nobody voted to damage the country in this way.
The will of the people is to have a proper, informed referendum where we know what Brexit deal means.
Hello, very good evening to you. 2 years after the Brexit referendum, huge numbers of people have taken to the streets of London, demanding what they call a people's vote on the final terms of Britain's departure from the EU. The organisers said more than 100,000 people from across the UK took part, and it came as the engineering firm Siemens became the latest manufacturer calling on the government to stay closely aligned with the single market. Senior cabinet ministers again said they are prepared to walk away from the negotiations rather than accept a bad deal. Our political correspondent Ben Wright reports.
This was a mobilisation on a big scale. By people who had come to the capital from across the country, many of them hoping Brexit can be stopped. 2 years on from the referendum to leave the EU, the march organisers said more than 100,000 people turned up to demand another vote on the final Brexit deal. Sam is a gardener from Somerset. Ian runs a business in Surrey.
I can tell you right now, running two businesses, that this is the last thing I want to be doing on a Saturday. But I'm having to do it because I see that it's the only democratic opportunity I have to make my voice heard.
The criticism would be from Leave supporters, look, we've done this. You're trying to rerun the whole argument again.
Well, I can take that point, but it's an entirely different context this time. It's not whether we leave or stay, it's what the deal is.
First-time protesters joined veteran marchers, fired up by recent warnings from businesses like Airbus and now Siemens about the potential economic costs of Brexit.
Nobody voted to damage the country in this way.
And the people that lose are our children, who lose the right, the freedom that we've all enjoyed all of our lives. And there isn't enough of a reason to do this.
But some people in the path of the march had a very different view.
It's pathetic.
Why?
It's anti-democratic. We know what we voted for. We voted to leave.
Today's march included very few politicians, and absences were noticed. Labour's leadership and the government are both opposed to any idea of a new public vote on the terms of the Brexit deal.
The Labour membership and Labour voters are changing their mind, and so I've always been clear the leadership of the Labour Party has to catch up with the people.
Leave supporters will look at this and think you're just trying to unpick the referendum.
Well, you know what's happening? This is what I'm picking up. A lot of people who voted Leave are like a lot of people who voted Remain. Really worried now about how this is all playing out as Brexit reality dawns.
The tens of thousands of people marching past Theresa May's front door today are adamant that Brexit is not inevitable and can be stopped. But the government insists that Brexit must and will happen. Next week, Theresa May will be back in Brussels for the next round of negotiations. Ministers insist talks are on track, but they're prepared to walk away.